Everybody, this is Brad Panovich again here in Charlotte, North Carolina, and I can't believe it. We're in the middle of March and we're having the best winter pattern of the entire season. Can you believe it? And I'm talking about a huge snowstorm finally on the East Coast that actually is worth talking about and is going to give some of the best natural snow we have seen in the Southeast the entire season. Now, mind you, North Carolina is going to make out pretty good, but man, Virginia, West Virginia, Maryland, by far the best part of this nor'easter because there's a couple things going on. We get what we call the synoptic snows, which are going to occur with the nor'easter. But you could see on the backside, this Arctic air, boy, if this was even January or February or December, we would be impressed. But the fact that it's March is pretty amazing. This Arctic air spilling over the Great Lakes, which because of the warm winter are still wide open. They're not frozen, so there's plenty of moisture coming down, and that's going to actually allow for some pretty good northwest flow. So when I zoom in here, you can see all this moisture. I mean, look at this band coming off of Lake Superior down through Lake Michigan, and then all the way into eastern Tennessee and North Carolina. And then look at the bands coming off of Lake Huron and Lake Erie down into West Virginia. So Snowshoe, Wisp, if you were still open, Canaan Valley, all the way down to Winter Place. And I mean, some of these areas, Timberline, I mean, just unbelievable amounts of snow. And unfortunately, a lot of these places had to shut down because the snow was so bad. But this is going to be some great natural stuff. And if you're a spring skier and you planned one of these late season trips like I used to always do when I was in college, come down to spring break and end up with some lucky stuff. So if any of the resorts want to make snow, it'll be plenty cold enough. I mean, in fact, this is record-breaking cold coming down. Bad news for us down in the Carolinas because the peach crop, the apple crop are all going to get devastated. But for the skiers, this is pretty amazing stuff. And I'll show you this. I'm going to go up into the Northeast first so we can kind of just be amazed by the amount of snow. And if you're a skier, you love snow, but I have generously put 14 to 28 inches, but some areas could get 30 inches plus. Let's go down into areas of West Virginia, and you can see that area from about Western Maryland down into past Snowshoe. Snowshoe's right there. And if you're to look up there, I think it's going to be over a foot. I just don't know how much above a foot Snowshoe will get. I think it could be in the 14 to 16 inch range. And then all the way down, I mean, honestly, Winter Place down here is going to end up getting probably about 4 to 6 inches. And then we go down to North Carolina, and you could see really good snows in those typical spots. Beach and Sugar Mountain, I think it's about 6 inches. Appalachian, unfortunately, probably a little less because you're on the eastern facing slopes. Cataloochee will be interesting to see how much they can sneak out of this. The Smokies are eating up a lot of your snow over here, but some of it's going to make it over, so Cataloochee could end up with a decent amount of snow as well. And just to kind of show you the wider view of this, of the cold temperatures, I'll show you this first because it will be cold. So snowmakers, if you want to make snow on top of this, we're talking below zero temperatures in some of these locations, and wind chills even worse through the middle of the week. So if you want to get ready for a huge weekend, this is the way to do it. I'll put out the GFS real quickly here. We'll kind of pause it and show you what it does really through the next 10 days or so. And we'll look at the European, same thing, throw it out just to see, if there's anything else out there. And right now, it doesn't look like anything else is out there. This northeast snowstorm is really going to be everything. I'm looking at the long-range pattern. I'm not seeing anything that cold after this 7-day period. We stay pretty chilly in the southeast through the weekend, but next week it looks like a warm-up tries to get going as we go into next week, and we'll have to see if we get back to spring-like weather. But I have a sneaky suspicion. I'll back this up. I kind of went quick there. You see March 19th, that's this Sunday, and then early next week, you see the warm-up try to take place. But the cold air is not too far away. I tell you what, West Virginia, Virginia, those areas of snow might not be too bad for a while. So spring skiers, rejoice. We finally have the big one. We're talking significant snow, over a foot at Snowshoe. I can't wait to see what the final total is. Maybe it'll come in around 16 inches. Have a great week. I'll post another update later this week as we go into the weekend. As always, think snow. And if you hit some of that fresh powder, make sure you send some pictures in to skisoutheast.com. I love to see the spring powder in the southeast.